the start of the second half of the Yokohama V8 Utes series this season at Phillip Island's Grand Prix circuit. New co-driver with me today too in Matt McKeldin. The weather's always a factor at Phillip Island, and already this weekend it has been.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. This place is tricky to drive at the absolute best of times. We have been here since 2007, so when you add a little bit of this and a little bit of inexperience, it's going to get crazy.
There's a range of drivers here this weekend who don't have much experience when it comes to V8 Utes at Phillip Island, and there's a few who've never been here before in anything.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 31 cars competing this weekend. Of that 31, 13 have never been here. I think I'd rather be here than out there.
Now, a couple of years ago, this championship went right down to the wire in 2007 between Jack Elsgood and Grant Johnson. Now, fast forward to this year in 2010, and it's the same two drivers who are 1-2 in the championship. However, there's a range of other drivers who are trying to take the championship this year. Here's Bronny Ingerson.
To Race 1 highlights now, and once again, first and second in the championship occupied the front row of the grid.
This has got a really, really familiar ring to it. Elsgood and Johnson side by side on the run to turn one.
This is the most dangerous part of any race, Aaron. You've got cold tyres, cold circuit. We're on board with Burnett here. 200 k's an hour, lap one through turn one.
Yeah, you forgot to mention cold brain.
Oh, no, I don't want to watch. This is just too crazy.
He started 26th. Have a look at this for the view. It's almost a full field as they work their way to Southern Loop.
The high-speed track soon had drivers on the edge.
Oh, Nandy Kiss off the road at turn one, out through the grass. Dontas.
Oh, he's got it sideways too. Slams the door on Dontas coming through the loop.
Now, Dontas could have very well unloaded him then because he was all over the place for about half a corner.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, he's done it again too. Down towards the hairpin. This is surely going to lose him a heap of spots. Dontas done, flies straight by.
Then the inevitable happened.
Oh, Gary Carson gets into the back of Rick Gill, who's back in the series.
Oh, no, Nandy again.
That has been,
goodness me,
a damaged Eagle Pro Commodore, and it's going nowhere.
It took several laps for the stricken car to be removed. And when the safety car pulled off the track, Grant Johnson caught everyone napping.
Now look at this. Everyone has forgotten to set their alarm clocks because they're all asleep. Look at Johnson go.
Oh, unbelievable. Elsgood's asleep. You can't let Johnson do that with the kind of form he's in.
In the end, Johnson made it look all too easy, stretching his lead in the championship yet again.
Notch up another one. 7 race wins now for Johnson. He takes race 1 on the island. Great return for Kurt Wimmer. He finishes 5th, but the Johnson and Elsgood show keeps continuing.
High-Tech Motorsport doing a great job. We've got the first and second for the last couple of rounds, and we're first and second in the championship. And yeah, we're just you know, riding the wave at the moment.
Time for race 2, and of course it's the reverse grid, which means we stand back from the fence. It's safer for everybody. Let's have a look at Phillip Island. 4.45 kilometres in length, 12 corners, fast and flowing.
Absolutely. Turn 4 here, one of the best passing opportunities you're going to have around this circuit. Then through 6 and through 7 and 8, the Hayshed section, very, very fast. Over to Lukey Heights at 9 and 10. And then 11 all the way around onto the main straight. Really important. Got to have a good run to keep your speed up going down into turn 1.
And to keep everyone at bay because they will be clambering over one another, even though it's only a short sprint race. Now, the grid for this race, it's a reverse grid, but to determine how many cars we reverse, we let Grant Johnson do the honours, and the number is 15. So Ben Dunn owes him a beer. Gets
the lucky dog, doesn't he? He starts from pole position from Craig Dontas in P2.
Kurt Wimmer filling in this weekend for Brad Patton, who's off on holidays to the US actually, so has picked a good time of the year to leave from a cold venue.
Yeah, he was kind of gutted when his wife went and booked that holiday. He loves this place.
Lauren Gray makes her debut. Great to have Lauren on board, just the 3rd ever female driver in ute racing. She takes over the car formerly driven by Paul Williams. But on the front row, Craig Donnis with Ben Dunn, Holden and Ford, Reece McNally and Kim Jane, who's had a shocking weekend so far. We jump on board with Chris Pither, the New Zealand V8 Ute champ, for the run to turn 1.
Got a pretty good start too, didn't he? But here we go, that's it, banging down into turn 1, on board Dontas there. But it looks as though Dunn's going to get the run through to the Southern Loop.
Oh, cold tyres, it's so easy to go wide. Look at Kim Jane, round the outside. He's trying to sneak through. Remember, he and Dontas are teammates. Careful, boys.
Yeah, you don't knock off the boss as we go on board again with Pither. Just feathering the throttle now on the run down to the hairpin.
Ben Dunn has his nose in front. New backing from red-ass Mexican food and switched across.
And this is the point where everybody around the circuit takes a deep breath and closes their eyes.
Oh,
here we go, a lock-up.
That happened minutes ago.
Look at that. That's Gary McDonald in the ice brake car, just sliding through. Elsgood round the outside, Aaron. That's not where you want to be. He gets hip and shouldered by Cedars.
And then gets another one, so it's side by side at Siberia. Wild and Willing, lap 1 of race 2. Ben Dunn has his nose in front. Hasn't started on pole for a reverse grid race in about 3 years.
No, he's done a great job there holding back Dontas as we go side by side through the hay shed. Oh, man, what a great camera that angle is, and it just shows you how fast these guys are going through there.
I think they'd scare themselves if they saw exactly how fast they were going. But it's on. Dontas sniffing already. Then it's Kim Jane, Gary Baxter.
Oh, slides down the inside. Dontas, a bit of a hip and shoulder.
Runs him out of road. Newlon in-car shows it all.
Oh, this has got drama.
Dontas gone. That was coming for 2 corners.
Oh, in front of the field too. Close your eyes and hang on there, Craig.
That was Raul Harris who got tied up in that. Now, I'd like to see the replay again, but the first impression is he just didn't give Dunn enough room.
No, and you've got to be so careful when you do that. It's all good to hip and shoulder someone. Oh, Fisher, again getting another shoulder from the ice brake car.
No, it's not good to do a hip and shoulder there because it's fast.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, Gary McDonald down around the outside. He's got new backing from hardtop ute covers this weekend, and he might need it after this. Oh, David Cedars passes them both.
Oh, boy. He's done
Baxter.
Baxter is gone for all love and money, and of course it's been raining here for 3 days. You don't want to be there, Aaron.
It's actually, you actually want to get to the sand because it's been hardened and compacted by the rain, so you've got a chance to escape. Craig Donis doesn't. He's heading to the pits with a damaged car.
That is very second-hand, isn't it? As we go back on board with Pither here, down to the hairpin, right behind one of our rookies of the year, Reece McNally, in the NRW car.
He might be a rookie, but he knows how to block the line and run defensive. Oh, Charlie Kovacs runs off the road. He's in the bog here. He better keep it juiced up.
Yep.
Back with Andrew Fisher.
It's getting very willing. We're only 2 laps in, Aaron, of 12. Reverse grid racing is always very exciting, but we've already lost a couple of cars, and there's plenty of hip and shoulders going on through the field.
DBA in-car shows. Fisher pounces on his teammate Cedars, who, by the looks of things, Mr. Gibbs.
Oh, yes! Dunny sideways out of the hay shed.
Ben Dunn sideways, lost the lead, but looked good doing it. I don't think that's true most times,
it's
but
not
it worked.
fast. If you're going sideways, you're not going forward, so it ain't fast, but it's plenty spectacular.
Quadrant in-car with Elsgood over the top of Lukey Heights into what's traditionally known as MG Corner. Reece McNally gets a bump from David Cedars.
Big, almost turned around there. We almost had a second incident there.
That was cheeky.
That was cheeky. The officials will look at that, but hey, fair bump, play on.
And now he's just trying to keep it on the road, and look who's in the gap. Grant Johnson started from 15th on the grid, down the inside, and the Commodore has looked to have a little bit more top end down this main straight.
Yeah, exactly. If you get a really good run off that top straight, as he's done here with Cedars, he just tucks into the draft. As we watch Kim Jane going around the outside of Ben Dunn into turn 1. That is brave stuff.
Now, this is the replay for Yokohama of what went down before, and Dontas, it was fine move, but then just didn't give Ben Dunn any room and probably got, can never say that someone deserves to get crashed into, but did contribute to his own downfall. And then this one with Gary Baxter's a little strange because something comes off the car and he goes straight. Yeah,
if you have a look at the front left there, just something popped off, and now he's understeering out into the wet grass, which is one way to nowhere.
Now, this is the reason why Charlie Kovacs went off, and in fact, it's just brought out the safety car because the Wilson Security Commodore, this was a point we raised earlier, has not made it out of the grass. He's stuck. So therefore, we're at walking pace in race 2 of the Yokohama V8 Utes. More from the island in just a sec.